The soft sound of music drifted through the restaurant as Isabella took a quiet breath. Standing near the counter, she'd already been on her feet for 6 hours, but she didn't mind. She loved her job, not for the pay, but because it connected her to people from all over the world. Every customer brought a new story, a new accent, a new lesson about life. Isabella was different from the other servers. While they worked for a paycheck, she worked with a purpose. She was studying languages at the University of Florence, dreaming of becoming a translator. Her favorite language was Italian, the language of her late mother who always said, "Words have power, cara mia. Use them to lift people, not to hurt them." Those words stayed with her, a constant reminder. Even when rude customers tested her patience, Isabella never lost her smile. She believed kindness could disarm even the harshest hearts. But tonight, that belief was about to be challenged. Finishing an order, Isabella heard her manager's voice. "Isabella, table 9, Mr. Moretti's table. Please take good care of them." She nodded, unaware she was walking into an unforgettable encounter. As she approached, she felt the shift in the room's energy. The man at the head of the table. He looked powerful. His posture was perfect, his expression sharp, his suit flawlessly tailored. The others treated him like a king. He was scrolling through his phone with an air of absolute confidence, a man with money, fame, and influence. Isabella greeted them with her usual warmth. "Good evening, gentlemen. Welcome to La Bella Luna. May I take your order?" One of the men smiled politely and nodded, but Alexander Moretti didn't even look up. It was as if she didn't exist. After a moment, Isabella tried again, her voice still gentle. "Would you like to start with something to drink?" Alexander finally lifted his eyes, not to answer, but to give her a bored, irritated glance. He then turned to his friend and muttered in Italian, his voice low but clear enough for her to hear. "Servants always talk too much. At least this one has a nice smile." His friends chuckled softly, oblivious to the sting of his words. Isabella froze for a second, her heart tightening. She understood every single word perfectly. Italian wasn't just a second language to her. It was the language of her home, her childhood. Her professors praised her accent, calling it almost native. But she didn't react. Taking a quiet breath, she remembered her mother's words. She forced a calm smile and asked, "Would you prefer red wine or white, sir?" Her voice was steady, respectful, but firm. Alexander just waved his hand dismissively. "Whatever's most expensive. We'll take that." Isabella nodded and walked away, a wave of disappointment washing over her. She'd met rude people before, but this was different. This was pure disrespect, the kind that came from someone who believed money made them superior. At the counter, she carefully poured the wine and brought it back. Alexander and his friends were laughing loudly now, boasting about luxury cars and vacations in Monaco. They barely noticed her return. As she placed the glasses gently, she said, "Your wine, sir." Alexander lifted his glass and smirked, again speaking in Italian. Finally, maybe she's not completely useless. This time Isabella looked up. Her calm, sharp eyes met his. There was a quiet strength in her gaze that he didn't expect. But she didn't say a word. Not yet. She simply offered a polite smile and walked away, leaving Alexander slightly confused. He wasn't used to people not reacting to him. From across the room, Isabella continued her work, her kindness unwavering. She greeted each customer warmly, helped an elderly couple choose their meal, and shared a soft laugh with a little boy who'd spilled his juice. Meanwhile, Alexander found himself watching her. Something about her composure bothered him. Most people he insulted either got angry or tried harder to please him, but this waitress, she didn't even flinch. "Strange girl," he muttered. "Too quiet." His friend chuckled. "Maybe she's shy. Or maybe she just doesn't understand Italian." Alexander smirked. "Oh, she doesn't, I can always tell." He had no idea how wrong he was. As the evening wore on, Isabella moved through the restaurant like a calm breeze. Behind her smile, his words replayed in her mind. She wasn't angry, but she knew some lessons are best taught not with anger, but with grace. Soon, Alexander Moretti, The man who thought he could insult anyone without consequence was about to learn that lesson the hard way. Because sometimes the most powerful response comes not from shouting, but from calm, perfect words in a language you never expected.